why self-love is often seen as a buzzword, a phrase we hear and maybe even use in passing. But what does it truly mean to embrace self-love, and why is it so essential when it comes to finding your soulmate? The reality is that self-love is the foundation for everything in life, especially love. If you can't fully appreciate and accept who you are, how can you expect someone else to do the same? It starts with your thoughts, your actions, and your mindset. Self-love is not just about pampering yourself with a bubble bath or treating yourself to your favorite food. It's much deeper than that. It's about cultivating a healthy relationship with yourself, one that honors your strengths and recognizes your weaknesses without judgment. It's about standing in front of the mirror and truly seeing the person staring back at your flaws, scars, and all, and saying, I am worthy of love. Too often we look outward for validation. We seek approval from others to feel good about ourselves. We let the opinions of people, even strangers, dictate our self-worth. But here's the thing, if you don't value yourself first, you'll never attract the kind of love that's right for you. You may settle for relationships that are less than what you deserve, or even worse, say, toxic ones that drain your spirit. When you learn to embrace who you are, you raise your standards for love and the kind of relationship you want to have. To truly embrace self-love, you need to spend time getting to know yourself, your likes, your dislikes, your quirkations, your quirks. What makes you laugh? What makes you cry? What are your dreams, and why are they so important to you? Understanding your own desires and needs allows you to communicate them better with others, especially your potential soulmate. How can someone else meet your needs if you don't even know what those needs are? Another powerful aspect of self-love is learning to set boundaries. Boundaries are a form of self-respect, and they are essential for any healthy relationship, romantic or otherwise. When you love yourself, you understand that your time, energy, and emotional well-being are valuable. You don't have to say yes to everything or everyone. You can say no without guilt, and you can walk away from situations that don't align with your values or make you feel good about yourself. It's also about forgiveness. We all make mistakes, and sometimes we carry guilt or regret over things we've done or not done. Learning to forgive yourself is a key part of self-love. It's letting go of the past and accepting that you are human. No one is perfect, and your imperfections don't diminish your worth, they make you who you are. When you embrace your imperfections with love and grace, you become more authentic, and that's the version of you that will attract the right kind of love. When you love yourself, you radiate confidence, and it's this confidence that draws people to you. Not arrogance, but a quiet strength that says, I know who I am and I'm okay with that. You begin to value and honor your time, your heart, and your space. You'll find that when you're truly at peace with yourself, others are drawn to your energy and will respect you in ways that reflect the love and respect you have for yourself. In short, embracing self-love is the first and most important step in attracting the love you deserve. It's a journey of self-discovery, acceptance, and growth. And when you love yourself wholeheartedly, you make room for a soulmate who will see you, appreciate you, and love you for who you truly are. We live in a world that constantly pushes us to chase after perfection. From the way we look to the career we have, the relationships we form, and even the way we present ourselves on social media, there's an overwhelming pressure to attain some ideal version of perfect. But when it comes to love, this pursuit of perfection can be one of the biggest obstacles to finding a soulmate. It's easy to get caught up in a checklist of traits that you believe your ideal partner must have, and while having standards is important, it's equally important to let go of the illusion of perfection. In reality, perfection doesn't exist. No one is flawless. We all come with our own sets of baggage, quirks, imperfections, and past experiences. But it's these very imperfections that make us unique and human. We cannot expect a relationship to be flawless because no two people are the same. Relationships, just like people, are filled with highs and lows, challenges and moments of triumph. When you stop waiting for perfection, you open yourself up to the possibility of experiencing a love that is real, messy, and beautiful in its own way. Often the idea of perfect is built upon unrealistic expectations. You might have an image in your mind of the person who is everything you've ever wanted, someone who meets every single one of your criteria, who checks all the boxes, and who somehow fits into the picture you've painted of the perfect partner. But what happens when you meet someone who doesn't match every detail of your list? Do you dismiss them right away, thinking they aren't the one? The danger of holding on to perfection is that you may miss out on love simply because it doesn't come in the exact form you envisioned. The truth is, the people who are meant for you might not look or act exactly how you imagined. They may not have the perfect job, the perfect sense of humor, or the perfect style of communication. But what they will offer you is something much more valuable: genuine connection, respect, loyalty, and emotional intimacy. These are the qualities that build lasting relationships, not a curated checklist of ideal traits. Waiting for the perfect person also creates a barrier to vulnerability. Perfection is unattainable, and the fear of finding someone who doesn't meet your ideal can lead you to close yourself off from connecting with others. You may avoid opening up to someone because you're afraid they won't fit the mold you've created in your mind. But true love requires vulnerability, and you can't experience that vulnerability if you're constantly waiting for the perfect match. Sometimes love shows up in the most unexpected ways, and the people who bring light into your life may not be the ones you initially thought you'd end up with. Letting go of the need for perfection doesn't mean lowering your standards. It means being open to the idea that love might come in a way you didn't expect. It means being willing to see someone for who they truly are, flaws and all, and embracing the messy, beautiful journey of building a life together. When you stop chasing perfection, you give yourself the freedom to fall in love with someone who might not be flawless, but who is perfect for you in all the right ways. Life is too short to wait for the perfect partner. Instead, embrace the idea that the person who is meant for you will be someone who is willing to grow with you, face challenges together, and support you through life's ups and downs. Perfect is overrated. Real, genuine love is far more rewarding. So don't wait for the perfect person. Be open to the perfect love that can unfold when you accept the imperfections in yourself and others. Taking risks and embracing vulnerability are two of the most important yet challenging aspects of any relationship. In a world where we are often told to protect ourselves and guard our hearts, the idea of opening up and taking a risk can seem daunting. But the truth is, love is inherently risky, and vulnerability is a necessary ingredient for deep, meaningful connection. If you want to find your soulmate, you have to be willing to step outside your comfort zone, take chances, and open yourself up to the possibility of both joy and heartache. When we talk about taking risks in love, it's not about jumping into a relationship without considering the consequences. It's about being open to the idea that love may not follow a straightforward path. It's about stepping out of the familiar and allowing yourself to experience something new, even if it feels uncertain. It's letting go of the fear of rejection or failure and allowing yourself to explore the potential for something real and lasting. If you don't take those first steps, you'll never know what could have been. You'll stay stuck in a place of comfort, never giving yourself the opportunity to truly connect with someone who might change your life. Risk-taking in relationships isn't just about being open to meeting new people. It's also about taking emotional risks. It's about sharing your thoughts, feelings, and dreams with someone else, even when you're unsure of how they will respond. Vulnerability is about showing up as your true self with all your flaws, scars, and insecurities, and being willing to let someone see you without any masks or defenses. It's about saying, "Here I am, and I'm going to trust you with my heart." That trust is what creates the foundation for a deep, authentic connection. Being vulnerable means accepting that you might get hurt. It's the willingness to open your heart, knowing that it's possible to be disappointed, rejected, or let down. But it's also the willingness to recognize that love, real love, can only exist when both people are willing to be open and honest with each other. Without vulnerability, relationships become shallow, disconnected, and emotionally distant. True intimacy comes from sharing your deepest thoughts and fears with someone, knowing that they'll handle them with care. Taking risks and being vulnerable also means letting go of the control you often try to maintain. It's about surrendering to the process of love, knowing that it may not look like what you imagined or happen on your timeline. It's about letting go of the desire to have everything figured out and simply being in the moment with someone who matters to you. Sometimes this means letting go of past baggage or old wounds that make it hard to trust again. But only by being willing to heal and open up can you make room for new, healthy love to enter your life. There's a quote that says, "Love is not for the faint of heart." And it's true. Love requires courage, and courage comes from being willing to take risks, be vulnerable, and face the unknown. The more you let go of your fears and embrace vulnerability, the more you open yourself up to the possibility of experiencing something beautiful, something real. So, take the leap, open your heart, trust the process. Because the greatest relationships aren't the ones without risk or vulnerability, they are the ones where both people dare to be real with each other, despite the fear of what might happen next. Love, in all its rawness, is always worth the risk. Trusting the timing of your life, especially when it comes to love, is one of the most difficult yet essential lessons to learn. In a world where we are constantly told to plan, control, and expect instant results, the concept of waiting for the right moment can feel almost counterintuitive. We want things to happen quickly: career success, perfect relationships, everything neatly falling into place. But the truth is, the timing of love is often beyond our control, And sometimes the best thing we can do is trust that the universe, fate, or whatever higher power you believe in, has a plan for us that is unfolding exactly as it should. Many of us have been conditioned to believe that if we just work hard enough, set enough goals, or meet certain milestones, everything will fall into place. We often feel the pressure of societal expectations, get married by a certain age, have kids by another, and so on. But the reality is that love doesn't always follow a set timeline. Some of us meet our soulmate early in life, while others may take years to find the right person. There's no one-size-fits-all path to finding love, and trying to force things to happen on a particular schedule only leads to disappointment and frustration. It's natural to feel a sense of urgency when it comes to love. Society feeds us images of perfect relationships, and we often feel like we're falling behind if we don't fit that mold. But trust me when I say that love will find you when the time is right. The universe works in mysterious ways, and sometimes it takes us on winding paths full of lessons and growth before we're ready to meet the person who is truly meant for us. There's wisdom in the journey, even when it feels like we're stuck or lost. Every experience, every relationship, even the ones that didn't work out, teaches us something valuable about ourselves and what we need in a partner. Learning to trust the timing of your life means letting go of the need to control every aspect of your romantic journey. It means recognizing that the right person will come into your life at the right time, not when you've arrived at some arbitrary point or checklist. You don't have to force love to happen. It will unfold when you are both ready for it, when you are emotionally mature, and when both of you are in the right place in your lives to build something meaningful together. Sometimes we need to focus on ourselves, on healing, growth, and personal development before we are ready to fully show up for another person. There's also the aspect of timing in terms of compatibility. Sometimes we meet people early in life or at the wrong time when we're not ready or they're not ready. Just because someone isn't the right person at a certain point in your life doesn't mean they aren't right for you at another. Love is about timing, but also about personal growth. Both partners must be ready to meet each other on equal ground, emotionally and spiritually. The right person won't feel like a rushed decision or something that needs to be forced. They will feel like the right fit when everything aligns perfectly. Finally, trusting the timing means believing that your time will come without having to constantly worry about when. Love doesn't follow a schedule, and it's not something that can be rushed or hurried. By trusting the timing of your life, you allow space for the right relationship to emerge when the conditions are right. In the meantime, you focus on living your best life, knowing that love will find you when it's meant to. Building a solid foundation of friendship before diving into a romantic relationship is one of the most underrated yet powerful ways to form a lasting bond with someone. In a world where instant attraction and whirlwind romances are often glamorized, it's easy to overlook the significance of friendship and love. But the truth is, the best romantic relationships are often rooted in deep, genuine friendship. When you build a friendship first, you create a safe space where both partners can truly get to know each other without the pressure of expectations or the rush to define the relationship. A friendship-based relationship allows both people to learn about each other's values, interests, goals, and quirks. Instead of focusing on surface-level attraction or rushing into physical intimacy, you get to explore the depths of each other's personalities. You learn how they handle conflict, what makes them laugh, what inspires them, and what they are passionate about. This emotional connection lays the groundwork for a strong partnership because ultimately, a successful romantic relationship requires more than just physical chemistry. It requires a deep understanding and respect for one another. When you focus on building a friendship first, you take the time to nurture a relationship based on trust and communication. In a friendship, you're not just showing up for the good times, you're learning to be there through challenges and moments of vulnerability. This is the essence of any lasting relationship. By taking the time to build that trust and comfort, you set the stage for a deeper emotional connection that will carry you through the ups and downs of life. Additionally, a friendship allows you to see your partner in their most authentic form. In the early stages of romance, people often put on a facade trying to impress the other person. But in a friendship, there's no need for pretense. You get to see each other's true selves, the good, the bad, and everything in between. You get to see how they handle stress, how they treat others, and how they respond to the world around them. This authenticity is key in building a strong and enduring romantic connection because it creates a bond based on mutual understanding and acceptance. Building a friendship first also helps you to avoid rushing into a relationship for the wrong reasons. It gives you the space to genuinely decide if you're compatible on a deeper level. Romantic attraction can sometimes cloud our judgment, and in the excitement of new love, we might overlook red flags or ignore important incompatibilities. But when you focus on friendship, you allow yourself the time to observe and understand if this person truly aligns with your values, goals, and lifestyle. You can ask yourself, do they make you feel safe, respected, and valued? Do you communicate well together? Do they share your core values? Furthermore, a friendship-based relationship creates a dynamic of mutual support. In friendship, you naturally want to see the other person succeed, grow, and be happy. This spirit of collaboration carries over into a romantic relationship. Instead of competing for attention or rushing toward milestones, you become partners who genuinely support each other's goals, ambitions, and dreams. The best relationships are not about one person fulfilling all of your needs, but rather two people working together to build something greater than themselves. By focusing on building a friendship first, you also set the tone for a relationship based on respect, honesty, and emotional intimacy. In the end, the strongest romantic relationships are those where both people can be vulnerable, supportive, and authentically themselves. When you have a solid foundation of friendship, you create the space for love to blossom naturally and grow into something meaningful and lasting. Relationships built on a true friendship are the ones that stand the test of time because they are rooted in mutual understanding, trust, and a genuine love for each other's hearts and minds. Love and relationships are dynamic, evolving experiences, and to truly find a soulmate, it's essential to be open to change and growth. We often think of love as something static, a destination where everything just clicks and stays the same. However, real, lasting love thrives when both people are open to growth personally, emotionally, and as a couple. Embracing change in yourself and your partner is a key aspect of building a strong, fulfilling relationship. First, it's important to recognize that change is inevitable. Life throws unexpected challenges at us, and over time we grow in ways we never anticipated. This could be through career changes, personal goals, family dynamics, or even shifts in our values or beliefs. A soulmate isn't someone who stays frozen in time, they are someone who grows with you, someone who supports and encourages you through life's inevitable changes. The key to enduring love is the ability to evolve together, learning how to navigate both external circumstances and internal transformations as a team. Being open to change also means embracing the idea that you and your partner will change over time. The person you are today is not the same person you will be a decade from now. As you grow, your relationship must also adapt. This could mean adjusting your communication style, redefining your roles within the relationship, or even reimagining your shared future. Love that lasts is not about holding on to the person your partner was when you first met, but rather embracing the person they are becoming and growing alongside them. A healthy relationship allows both partners to change without fear of judgment, and instead they support each other through the process of becoming their best selves. Being open to growth also involves letting go of fixed expectations. Sometimes we enter relationships with a rigid idea of what things should look like, what the future should hold, or how our partner should behave. However, when you're open to change, you let go of the need to control everything and allow space for the relationship to unfold naturally. You stop expecting perfection or trying to fit your partner into a mold and instead learn to accept them for who they are, not who you think they should be. Growth, both individually and within the relationship, happens when you're willing to release control and accept the person in front of you as they are as they evolve. Furthermore, personal growth is a vital part of being in a healthy relationship. It's easy to get complacent, but the most fulfilling relationships are those where both individuals continue to evolve as individuals. Whether it's pursuing a new hobby, advancing in your career, working through personal challenges, or exploring new interests, continuing to grow as a person makes you more confident and self-assured, which in turn strengthens the relationship. A soulmate is someone who encourages your growth and shares in that journey, not someone who stifles or resists change. In a healthy relationship, growth also involves developing deeper emotional intimacy. It's about learning to be vulnerable, to communicate openly and honestly, and to address issues as they arise. Being open to change means being willing to have difficult conversations, to learn from past mistakes, and to commit to becoming better together. It's not about staying in your comfort zone, but pushing each other to grow and become better versions of yourselves. Ultimately, being open to change and growth is what allows love to flourish. If both partners are committed to growing individually and as a team, the relationship becomes a place of constant renewal and deepening connection. You may not always be the same person you were when you first met, and neither will your partner. But with open hearts and minds, you can evolve together, creating a partnership that stands strong through life's changes. True love isn't about staying the same, it's about growing, evolving, and building something even more beautiful with every passing day.